Hello everybody and welcome back to Mutti Plays Pokemon Sapphire version. Today we are going to start off finishing up the Sootopolis City Gym. And then we shall, what was it? Crap, I can't remember what we did after. What I did after. Here is the Sea King, the evolved form of Goldeen, same types, so same weaknesses. Really like that shade of red that they're using. I think it's supposed to be an orange color, but it just kind of looks red right now. Slight pinkish red. And I am doing better. I do not have to take medication in order to be able to feel well enough to record parts. If anything, I did have a headache before I started recording, but nothing that's forcing myself to do work that I probably shouldn't be doing, just so I can get work out without causing myself self-esteem issues. Moving on, more Goldeen. Pretty Goldeen. And something I kinda like, I really like red on white. I don't know why, I just think that it goes really well together, like, mostly white with red decorations. And look, another Wilma! And it is at the level that I am going to need to get the one that I caught at. Which, that is gonna be fun! And, during the night last week, I think I figured out what, had made me, sick during the weekend. Like, my mom caught this thing from the grandkids, and it wasn't an airborne thing, it had to be passed by contact, so I was confused as to how I could have gotten it, because I never touched the kids. But then I realized, oh wait, love disc, pure water to electric grass. I forget if I ran into it. Love disc before. But back to the thing. And so I was wondering how I could have gotten it when I never touched the kids, and I don't think I directly came into contact with my mother. But then I remembered. She let me sample a Bahama Mama that she had ordered during the weekend, because I have not had much chance to sample alcoholic beverages, and but I will say I do like Bahama Mama. It's sweet, and I think the coconut in it prevents it from being too sweet. So you can drink the whole thing without getting sweet overload, like from a milkshake or something. I really like sweet things. But anyways, so we shared that drink, and so some spit probably got transferred, most likely. And I am not the sort of person that cares about that sort of thing. I don't mind catching backwash from other people. So I was like, okay, I'll try it, and I liked it, and I ended up ordering my own, and I probably got the sickness from backwash, or whatever you want to call the stuff that's left on the straw, but probably because it moved to me, it came to me through an alcoholic beverage. The alcohol kind of tamed the sickness slightly, because apparently I didn't get it as bad as my mother or the children. But enough about me being sick and how I got sick. We are fighting the Sootopolis City Gym Leader, Wallace, the 8th and final gym. He specializes in the water type, so be sure to bring electric and grass types along with you. Now, one thing that he is quite fond of, as you will see, he likes confusing your Pokemon. And his signature move, Water Pulse, has a chance of confusing you. So, if you found a Persimberry up to this point, it might be a good idea to equip your Pokemon with them, because Persimberries cure confusion once in the middle of battle. And now he sends out a Wish Cash, a water ground type, weak to grass attacks. It is the evolved form of Barboach. I believe it evolves in the 30s. And there is Focus Band at work. It will let your Pokemon hang on with 1 hit point exactly once, at least per battle. After that, you've got to be sure to kill the thing dead. Now, interesting thing about Wish Cash is that they were planned to have an episode back when the show was in the Hoenn League, but Japan had just suffered an earthquake around the time, and the episode that the Wish Cash were in, they were using earthquake. So they didn't air it to avoid being insensitive about people who have suffered from the damages. And it just never ended up being aired. Though, I do hope that, like, when it comes to withholding, things in order to avoid offending people by being gigantic, insensitive pricks. Oh, and yes, this Milotic has recovered, so be careful. Like, I can understand holding back the episode if it has content that may be a bit too sensitive, but outright withholding the episode for all of time to avoid people being to avoid offending people about one thing that happened so many years ago. Why don't you just let it out already? The thing has happened and it's done with. Just stop holding it back already, okay? And like, I know it just, I'm just trying to say that after a certain period of time, I think it should be acceptable to start showing that thing. Like, maybe a year after the thing, to give people some time to adjust to whatever may have happened. I think a year is a good enough time to get adjust. Possibly even a generous amount of time, but... Bleh. And... we are almost done! And the Sea King is down! The final badge is ours. With that, every Pokemon that I own, whether obtained through a trade or captured in a Pokeball, shall completely and totally obey me, and now I can use the HM of Waterfall, which allows me to climb up waterfalls, just like that. First we're going here to... and now we're going to Meteor Falls to... show off Meteor Falls, because, well, we couldn't really explore it without Waterfall. Now, one thing that will be... depending on your version, you will either find a lot of Soul Rock here, or you will find a lot of Lunatone here. In Sapphire version, you will find Lunatone. In Ruby, you will find Soul Rock. And both of those are Rock Psychics. And, I believe Lunatone is more specially defensive, whereas Soul Rock is more specially attack or offensive. That's the word. TM23, I did not check, so I don't remember what that one does. And after being interrupted by this wild battle, we go up here to fight this old couple. They, as you can see, put you into a double battle, and the old lady sends out a Medicham, which is the evolved form of Meditite, which, and the typings do not change one bit, so the weaknesses stay exactly the same. Now, there is... now, apart from just showing off the map of Meteor Falls to you guys, there is something a bit more rare and less easy to find hidden within Meteor Falls, which I will get to by the end of this video. And if you don't think that Melissa is a good flying dragon, then that thing that I am going to pick up will eventually become a better flying dragon. Which, depending on your preferences, may, or at least experiences, may be a bit of an overused powerhouse. I personally have memories of being completely and totally owned by one going by the nickname of "Oh, hi there!" One good thing about people who are trolls is that they have a really great sense of the humor. And the only other trainer in this place a dragon tamer. And he has 2 Altaria on him. Whee! Now, hopefully, if you've learned your lesson from Winona, you will not have much of a problem with these things. If not, then just try to avoid moves that it is resistant to, which would be fire, grass, water, and electric. Though it may not necessarily be resistant to it anymore, because the flame would nullify that resistance. And, I swear there was another one that Dragon was resistant to. Whatever. The Altaria are down. Time to explore more of the cave. Yay! Now, these little puddle thingies, they're one-way, like ledges. I'm not entirely sure why they look different. But, I do kind of like the splashy noises it makes. And oh look, so many Pokemon we're running into. And me being indecisive, not knowing if I wanted to go one way or another. Yay! And down here is a PP up. One thing I must say about Gen 5, if you fight in the big and little domes enough, those super rare items like the PP restorative moves and the PP increasing moves, they can become insanely common if you fight them enough. And here is the thing I wanted to show you. A Bagon, which is a pure dragon type, so it is weak to dragon and ice type attacks. It can only be found in the room that I just transitioned away from, here in Meteor Falls. It will evolve 2 times. Once into Salamence. No, not Salamence. Shelgon, which is also a pure dragon type, and to me it kind of looks like a cocoon with legs and eyes. And then it will evolve into another awesome Pokemon that I am going to shut up about for now, because we are going to encounter it eventually when we tackle the Elite Four. So I will leave the surprise until then. And here we've got Bagon. And its Pokédex entry basically says that it dreams of flying and waits for the day when it can fly. And it's something really, really nice. Once it hits its final stage, the moment it evolves into it, assuming you didn't hold it back from evolving, it will learn to fly. So, I will see you guys next time. Bye!